right, hello, welcome back. We have some things that we gotta do today. I'm about to head out to Michael's because I got a very exciting message from someone that I used to work with. They're a social media manager for this local business, and he wanted to know if I wanted to put some of my artwork up in their shop. And I'm actually really excited about it. But the thing is, all of the artwork that I have on hand right now, I need frames for. I'm thinking about putting my watercolor paintings up there. In advance, ignore how messy my room is right now. I know I need to clean it. I've been sick. It's been a whole thing. But the watercolor paintings that I did for that one class, like this one. But the thing is, I want to keep this one. I don't plan on selling this one. And the artwork that I'm putting up there is also going to be for sale. So I'm thinking I might do some more watercolor paintings, but also because of the oil painting class that I did, I have all these oil paints that I need to use now. I do need to get more white in the oil paint. So I think when I go to Michael's today to look at frames, I'm also going to get a white oil paint tube. But I have so many canvases and I have so much paper, and I was like, I could just make a whole new batch of stuff to put up for sale. But I also have a bunch of pieces on hand right now. Not a bunch. I have a couple that I want to let go of. One of them I'm a little tempted to keep, but then I wouldn't have very many to actually put up. So I have the vintage tiles that I did, which I really love, and I'm kind of like hesitant to get rid of. I can always repaint it, and I kind of want to try and paint another one in oil painting, and then depending on how good it turns out, maybe I will put the oil painting in the room and then just send out the watercolor one. But either way, the watercolor paintings need to have frames. So we're gonna look for frames, and then I have a few small paintings that I can also give them. They're like this. I have one of a strawberry on some whipped cream. I also don't know if this is gonna be like a long-term thing. Like when a piece sells, they're gonna want another piece. So I do want to have some backups. But either way, I'm so excited, honestly. I'm very grateful that my old coworker thought of me when he was approached about this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really, really excited. I've thought about approaching coffee shops and stuff like this before and seeing if I could put artwork up, but I never did it because I'm just so socially awkward and I'm like afraid. So this is very like confidence boosting, I guess, and I'm really happy about it. And I feel like it's kind of ignited a little bit of a creative spark again, which is fun. But yeah, right now we need to go to Michael's, and then I think me and my roommate are gonna go get lunch somewhere. I'm going to Michael's myself because I like to wander and I like to look through all the aisles, and they do not. So I'm gonna go by myself. They didn't have the frame in the size that I need. The watercolor paper that I'm using, or the watercolor paintings that I have, are 11 by 15, and they only had 12 by 16 or 11 by 14. So I'm either gonna have to get some online, I think, to fit properly, or I'm gonna have to size up and just leave a gap of space. But I don't want to leave a gap of space around the paintings, so we're gonna have to figure out how to make this work. But I did get some canvases, and I got some paint and some brush cleaner because I needed that for the oil paints. Okay, so I was gonna start painting. Well, I was gonna start the sketches for the paintings that I want to do for the gallery wall, and I realized I had ordered these casters for the easel because I keep having to drag this around the carpet and it's so heavy. And so I ended up going online and buying some L-shaped casters, and I'm gonna have to put those on so that way I can move this around a little more freely. And then we'll do the sketches tomorrow, I think. They work. What am I saying? It's the next day. I just got home from work and we're gonna start doing the sketches for these. I have a few canvases. I have two very similar ideas that I wanted to do, but I only have like one size that I need for it. This was part of a 3-pack and it's the size that I used for my oil painting class assignments, so I only have one left. So I'm probably gonna have to order more if I want to do the 2 paintings that I want to do, because I have like mock-ups of the tiles that I want to paint. But essentially I want to try and do oil painting instead of watercolor like the original one that I did. I put up a poll on Instagram and so far people really like the beachy one, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to start with that one, but I'll let it sit for a little bit longer and I'm going to prep the canvases. What I mean by that is I spray the back of the canvas with water. Sometimes when you get canvases, they are a little warped. They're not fully stretched. So like this one, it has like a little divot. You can see it pretty well here, but you can see how it has little divots near the frame. And it's because the canvas isn't fully stretched. So an easy way to fix that, you can either take it apart and redo it, or easier fix, you can just spray the back of the painting with water. And I also sometimes spray the front of the painting, I keep saying painting, but I mean canvas. I spray the front of the canvas as well, just with enough water to like get it a little damp. Getting it wet and then letting it dry again will tighten the canvas. So we're gonna prep the other canvases that I have so that way they're ready to use when I want to use them. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna do the sketch for the beach tiles. And then I did order some frames for the 11 by 15 canvases that I have. Not canvases, paintings, the watercolor paintings. I ordered frames for those, so that should hopefully show up Tuesday. We'll see. That's the plan for right now.
Monday for the random organ video where you can aim, find out. Okay, so it's heading that way. Perfect. Just let it look back here. We're on the intent track. Okay, right around the 100 is gonna arrive. Okay. Let's fucking go. What?
Got Kate with me. She and I are gonna hop out of our suits of power armor so that we don't immediately sink to...
This is where I left off last night. This is like the underpainting, so it's just really rough right now, and I was just getting the shadows and stuff in. Chicken, she's over here rubbing on the camera. Oh, where you going? Okay. I'm gonna try and add some color today, but I also have to go hang out with some friends at 1. So I don't know how much painting I'm actually gonna get done before then. I still have to get ready, take a shower. Oh, I didn't mean to scare you. Hi. I also want to try and do the underpainting for this one, which this is a little harder to see in this lighting. Let's see if I can find better lighting. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. This is the biggest painting that I've ever worked on, to be honest. Or ideally will be the only one that I ever finish, because I have worked on one that's this size and then I never finished it. But I think this is going to be really cute for summer. Nasturtiums, and then I'm going to do a monarch butterfly. What are you doing? Excuse me. Those are not there for you. She just wants to be an artist too. That's it. Chicken. In here. Okay, I was filming, and then this time, instead of my battery dying, my memory card was full. I did as much as I can right now while the paint is still wet. I need to add highlights and a few more shadows, contrasting colors when it's a little bit tackier and a little more dry. So I'm going to move on to the next one tomorrow. the background painted with like a cream kind of color. I'm gonna add shadows underneath all of the tiles once the background is a little bit more dry, because right now it just keeps picking up the pigment instead of letting me put it down. So for the most part, this is done. I just have to do the background, and then I'm gonna do the edges of the painting, and it's good to send off. I do want to take some photos of it because I might want to do some prints and do like a limited run, but we'll see. I am in the middle of getting paintings together to bring to a little juice bar. I'm very excited, but I'm also so nervous about it. I ended up printing out like, this one's probably too big. I do have a smaller one, but it's like a little QR code for my social media, and it just says see more from, well, it's going to focus on my face, but there we go. It's just a little thing that I'm going to put up in the middle of all of the paintings. And then I wanted to quickly share the paintings and everything that I do have that I'm going to be giving to them. This one back here, I'm still working on, and I don't think I'm going to actually give it to them like I was planning on, which is why I was like, hey, I do have some stuff that I can bring by and give you now. And then I'll think about this one because I actually really like this one. It's not even done, but I'm like, I might want to keep it. We'll see. I still have to varnish this one, so we're going to use like a UV protectant spray on it, I think. But this is the seashell beachy themed painting, oil painting that I did recently. This one is from a while ago, actually. 2023 is when I painted this one. It's a little ghost in a greenhouse, and I don't know if I filmed a video on here about it, to be honest. It was done with gouache, and then I did colored pencils, I believe. I don't entirely remember what I used on here. I know it was gouache. There's this one in this like metallic frame. I like this one, but also it's just a little simple. And then I have two that are in very similar frames. One of these, this is hard to do with one hand. This one I actually have had up on my dresser for a while, and I really like it, but I think I want to do a bigger version. So we're going to have this little heart locket. This is also in gouache. And then I have another one that's just like a little strawberry sitting on some whipped cream. Oh, the big paintings. Or the bigger paintings, I guess. These are actually from my watercolor class that I took. This is of sugar pine. I wrote it on the back. I don't remember what I wrote though. But this is a watercolor. And then this one, I was actually a little hesitant to get rid of, to be honest. But I can always make more. I can always make more art. There's always going to be more art that I want to keep. And, you know, I can make prints of this one if I really wanted to. I have so many photos of it. So this is of the first set of vintage tiles that I painted, also from that watercolor class. And honestly, I am a little sad to get rid of this one. I like it a lot. I think it's really pretty, but someone else will love it, I'm sure. And then the last one. This is actually from my how to use ink video that I shared with you guys. It's just a bunch of nasturtiums. Is that how you say it? Why does that sound weird? I'm trying not to get the glare on the glass, but this one is definitely a little bit nicer of a frame. I did ink on watercolor paper, and I like it a lot, but again, I don't really have it hanging up anywhere, so why not pass it off to someone who wants it?